Clarkson's Farm. For Jeremy Clarkson, it is extremely disheartening when you have worked your socks off and nothing grows. In the build-up to the new Prime Video series of the popular farming show on May 23, Jeremy Clarkson has revealed how challenging it was to farm without assistance from Kaleb Cooper. Jeremy Clarkson has revealed the challenges of running a farm without guidance from Kaleb Cooper ahead of the return of his popular farming series. Clarkson's Farm is back for a fourth series on Prime Video in just over a week's time, May 23, and the former Top Gear host has disclosed how he has been forced to farm on his own without support, and often a telling off, from Oxfordshire young farmer Kaleb Cooper. Mr. Cooper had taken time away from the farm to embark on a nationwide tour last year, The World According to Kaleb, to educate people about the realities of farming and why farmers are important to people's everyday lives. Life without Kaleb. In his temporary absence, Mr. Clarkson revealed he was left to plant crops at Diddley Squat Farm all on his own, which often took days, and how he coped without his trusted sidekick. I did do some of the farming for the first time ever, completely on my own, with Kaleb not being around, he added. I was on my own. I had to take care of the pigs on my own. I had to take care of the cows on my own, and I had to get the crops planted on my own. It was the first time I was farming without an instructor, and we all know what that's like. You learn how to drive, you think, okay, I have got the hang of this, but the first time you drive a car when you do not have somebody in the seat, no matter how cocky you might be, is unnerving. It is like that times 1000 when you are in a tractor. And as audiences have seen over the course of the previous 3 seasons, Mr. Cooper is often close by to educate, advise and often scold Mr. Clarkson when he has made an error on farm. How did Clarkson get on without Kaleb? Having made the errors without anyone to scold him, proving consequential with his time and the farm's resources, Mr. Clarkson said, "It is not that Kaleb sits in the tractor with me, but he's never more than a walkie-talkie away. He's always on the farm somewhere, and he can come and help me if I get stuck. But when you are doing it completely on your own and, well, things had to be redone a few times. You think you should know when you have planted an entire field and it has taken days. It should not have taken days, but it did take me days. You finally get it in, and then 3 weeks or a month later, absolutely nothing grows out of it. Jobs in agriculture. Could a job in farming be for you? That's a slow-motion accident, and it is extremely disheartening when you have worked your socks off and nothing grows. Nothing. Not one single thing grew out of the soil. It does cost. It is probably £600 when you make a mistake like that, which is a lot. That, in terms of farming, was my big wake-up call." Clarkson's Farm is back on Prime Video next Friday, May 23. Meet new Clarkson's Farm star and nurse Harriet Cowan. Jeremy Clarkson has introduced full-time nurse and farmer Harriet Cowan into the cast of Clarkson's Farm Series 4. The former Top Gear and Grand Tour presenter has found success in farming after purchasing Diddley Squat Farm in 2008. Based in Chadlington, the spot became globally famous after the success of the Prime Video show Clarkson's Farm. The now massively popular show has brought several people into the public limelight such as Kaleb Cooper, Gerald Cooper and Charlie Ireland. Debuting in 2021, the documentary shows Mr. Clarkson's farming plight with a range of agricultural topics covered including animals. With 3 seasons already released, the 4th is set to come out later this month on Friday, May 23. The new episodes are set to introduce a brand new star to the Clarkson's Farm ranks in the form of a farmhand. Harriet Cowan is shown in the recently released trailer to be standing in for fan favorite Kaleb Cooper while he goes on live theater tours. The 24-year-old is a full-time nurse as well as a farmer, choosing these 2 lines of work due to her parents' careers. Her father runs the family farm while her mother worked as a nurse, with both hoping she'd follow in their footsteps. Ms. Cowan graduated from the University of Derby with a degree in nursing and now boasts a large social media following. With almost 40,000 followers on TikTok and over 11,000 on Instagram, this can only be expected to grow as she appears on Clarkson's Farm. She is also a staunch campaigner for farmers' rights, attending the farmers' protest in London in November 2024, which Mr. Clarkson was also at. Clarkson's Farm fans were initially worried that Ms. Cowan had replaced favorite Kaleb Cooper full-time after the trailer was released last week. The trailer for Series 4 showed Mr. Clarkson praising the new star as he said, "She's brilliant." There was then a joke shared between the pair later in the clip as Ms. Cowan asked the 65-year-old, "Should I trim your eyebrows?" This idea of her being a replacement was dismissed, however, by Jeremy Clarkson, who took to Instagram this week to explain the situation. He said, Bad news, I'm afraid, from Diddley Squat. It's this relentless drought. It means we're so busy, moving animals mostly, that we don't have the time to do all the planned press and PR activities to mark the launch of Season 4 on May 23rd, I think. And that's annoying because there was something I wanted to address. There've been loads of reports recently saying that Kaleb has been replaced. Well, he hasn't, he's over there now, rolling the dribble of moisture we had yesterday into his mustard. So, what happened is this. He went away on his speaking tour for a couple of months, because he imagined that after 4 years, I'd be able to manage on my own. And I didn't. I made a complete mess of everything and had to bring in a young farmer called Harriet, who was brilliant, and looked after the fort, till he got back. That's it. That's the story. Series 4 of Clarkson's Farm will be released via Prime Video on Friday, May 23rd, with further episodes dropping the 2 Fridays following. Jeremy Clarkson addresses Kaleb Cooper's future after he was replaced by new farmhand Harriet. Jeremy Clarkson has shut down rumors that his Clarkson's Farm sidekick Kaleb Cooper has been permanently replaced, confirming the fan favorite is back for the new season after a short break from filming. Fans were left stunned last week when the trailer for Clarkson's Farm Season 4 dropped, introducing 24-year-old newcomer Harriet Cowan while Cooper was noticeably absent. The teaser sparked speculation online that Cooper had been quietly axed from the hit Prime Video series. But Clarkson, 65, has now set the record straight in a video shared on Instagram, saying Kaleb simply stepped away temporarily for a live speaking tour, and he struggled without him. There's been lots of reports that Kaleb has been replaced. Well, no he hasn't, Clarkson told fans. What happened is this. He went away on his speaking tour for a couple of months because he imagined that after 4 years I'd be able to manage on my own. And I didn't. I made a complete mess of everything and had to bring in a young farmer called Harriet. He added, Harriet is brilliant and looked after the fort until he got back. That is it, that's the story. Since joining Diddley Squat Farm, Cooper has released 3 books. The World According to Kaleb 2022, Britain According to Kaleb, The Wonderful World of Country Life 2023, and Life According to Kaleb 2024. Series 4 of Clarkson's Farm will have a staggered release over 3 weeks. The first 4 episodes will drop on Amazon Prime on May 23rd, followed by 2 more on May 30th, and the final 2 on June 6th. The hit Prime Video series, launched in 2021, follows former Top Gear presenter Clarkson, 65, as he gets to grips with growing his own crops and looking after livestock on a large plot of land he owns in the Cotswolds. In the teaser for Series 4, Clarkson sets out to buy a pub that will reignite his farm-to-fork restaurant vision. It comes after the council shut down his Oxfordshire restaurant after it was allegedly opened without planning permission. The series also follows Cooper, 26, as he embarks on his nationwide tour before returning to his role as farm manager. The farmer highlighted some of the many challenges that British farmers face today and shared thoughts on how to make a difference and support them when he toured the world according to Kaleb last year. Clarkson says in the trailer, I want to make it plain that I am absolutely thrilled to bits for Kaleb, but he has left me just a little bit in the lurch. After explaining that he needs a farmhand, Clarkson is seen questioning a new member of staff who admits she has never seen the program. The new series will also see Clarkson dealing with a range of livestock to manage, from a big new bull and a very little pig, to high-tech goats. Register now for one of the Standard's newsletters. From a daily news briefing to homes and property insights, plus lifestyle, going out, offers and more. For the best stories in your inbox, click here.